Sure. Hey guys. Hey, Landon, the first thing Sam Pittman said the other day when we asked him about the scrimmage was that you had a big one and the defense was on fire. What was working for you guys in that scrimmage?
I'd say we were really just getting to the quarterback. I mean, playing good ball all around and just all around kind of flowing. I think our new defensive schemes fitting very well. So I mean, it all just kind of worked out Saturday.
Gotcha. And when you talk about the new defensive schemes, what is it that appeals to you about what you guys are doing defensively?
I'd say just having the 40 linemen on the field at all times, it really allows us to get to the quarterback more, and that's probably the biggest thing in my eyes.
Hey, Antonio, welcome to the media contingent. What's it been like for you starting in here at the University of Arkansas and getting going?
Man, it's been nothing but a blessing, I tell you. My faith brought me here. Just grateful to be here, man. And I've been having fun. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I've been having so much fun just being around the team. The team accepted me, you know what I'm saying? Just bring me in as a transfer, not treat me as an outsider. Treat me like family, really, man. I'm so close with some of these guys around here, talking to them every day. They helping me out, trying to figure out my way throughout campus or school, whatever it may be, man. I'm having fun. I'm grateful to be here.
Awesome. Hey, you're getting some run with the ones we've been seeing. What's it been like, fitting in and getting some work with the first group?
It's been fun. I've been running with the ones here and there, the two. I've been really our coaches do a tremendous job just rotating us, letting us play not with just everybody or the same group. We play with everybody. You know what I'm saying? We run the ones, twos, threes, whoever. He rotated us a lot. You know what I'm saying? One thing they want to know how much we can communicate. You know what I'm saying? No matter who's on the field with us, they want to know if we know our stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's like the main reason of them, showing us and putting us in with different people. So yeah, running with the ones is fun. But just running with guys in general, just being here, I'm just grateful to be here.
Trey.
Hey, Antonio, Trey Biddy. Hey, I was curious, man, about obviously Travis Williams played a big role, and you ended up at Arkansas. Looked like you were going to go elsewhere initially, but when you got to Arkansas, what was it that sold you on coming here? What were some of the things?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the offense. I looked at the offense and seeing that they was gonna score some points this year.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing the guys that they had, the quarterback, the running back, and I'm like, man. They're gonna score some points. I think we got the best running back quarterback combo in college football this year. And I mean I wholeheartedly believe that. This team believe that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna lie to you, just that and just honestly my faith brought me here. Going through a lot of hardships last year and losing my pops, and I just asked him to just guide me. Just guide me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where I was gonna end up. Wanted to be another place, and then God opened another door for me. So didn't want to block any blessings. You know what I'm saying? So grateful for T. Will giving me the opportunity, Coach Pittman, and this team just bringing me along and treating me like family. That's probably one of the greatest things that I could have asked for coming here.
Landon, Coach Pittman said, Tom talked about this a little bit, but Coach Pittman said you were about three-quarter speed last year, playing about three-quarter with the ACL and everything. He also said you were kind of skinny last year. Do you agree with that? Do you think you're at about three-quarter speed? And obviously you had a pretty nice scrimmage.
I definitely agree with that. I feel like once the bowl game came around, I started getting a lot more confident in my abilities. I mean, in the knee and the playbook, just getting just a more confident football player all around. And I feel like that's allowing me to finally play like I know I can play.
Sam Pittman said you're a problem now, a good problem. You feel like that?
Man, is he?
Thanks, guys.
Scotty?
Hey, Antonio, it's nice to meet you, man. I'm Scotty Borderline. I'm curious, what do you think you bring to the table at the linebacker spot that's maybe different than some of the other guys in the room?
Just a lot of football. I played a lot of ball. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing just on the field or off the field stuff. It's really just I played a lot of ball. I've seen a lot of things, a lot of schemes, been in a lot of schemes. You know what I'm saying? I've been around college football for a while, so just my leadership skills. I told the guys like Jordan and I told Pooh, I'm like, man, it's y'all room. You know what I'm saying? I know how it is for a transfer to come in and try to take over your room. I say, I'm not coming here to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming here to be a part of this team, be a part of this linebacker room, and I'll help out where I need to. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to step on no toes. I didn't want to do too much. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to become a part of this team. And with that, with me telling them that, man, they accepted me wholeheartedly. You know what I'm saying? And we've been building probably the best bond that I could ask for, not just a linebacker room, defense as a whole. You know, there's no linebackers, there's no D-line, there's no DBs, man. We all just kick it all together, man. We have fun all together, you know, and that's really it.
Leadership role. I mean, he's always talking, always, I mean, in the weight room, he's always clapping it up, cheering us on. And he always brings a sense of joy whenever, like, whatever room he walks in, he's always smiling, always in a good mood. So I'd say that's the biggest thing, just his leadership. And I mean, just another brother, you know, he didn't come in with, I mean, like he said, he didn't come in trying to step on any toes, disrespecting anybody. He came in just wanting to be a part of the brotherhood and bring some leadership. And I think he's really done that.
Otis.
Antonio, it's good seeing you again, man. Just talk about last year they had Drew, Bumper, and yet Pooh played quite a bit. You know, there was 3-man rotation. Bump got hurt, but just talk about you, Crook, and Pooh, just kind of how you guys, plus Manny Powell, you know, and Carson Dean, just how feel pretty good about the rotation. I know you kind of hit on that earlier, but just talk about that.
Ooh, boy, it's gonna be something serious. I'm telling you now, it's gonna be something serious. I mean, our whole room is just dogs from the freshmen, from the top to the bottom. You know, they just straight dogs, especially the freshmen that came in, Carson Dean and those guys. I mean, they came in rocking out. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of us. Like I said earlier, the coaches they rotate us a lot. You know, run with the ones, run with the twos, run with the threes, run with whoever. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. You know, because that just let me know that hey. You ain't got no room to slack. You ain't got no time to come to practice. You can take a day off. Ain't no none of that. You know what I'm saying? We coming in every day and we working, we grinding. You know what I'm saying? We competing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no, oh, I'm better than you, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You better go prove it every day. You know what I'm saying? That's just the mindset that we come up with. But man, Manny, Pooh, Crook, all of us, I just appreciate so much how they just accepted me into the room. You know what I'm saying? Not only that, just the defense, the guys that's been here for a while, just accepted me as who I am, for who I am. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I can be grateful for. You know, I'm just grateful to be here. And I'm more than grateful for those guys accepting me the way they did.
It wasn't that long ago when Arkansas had 2 linebackers that played all the time. They at the end of the game, they were dead. Is it good to keep you guys fresh where you don't have to play in the fourth quarter where you can't move? You know, you've already played a ton of plays. Is being fresh in the fourth quarter a nice benefit?
I really don't know what that feel like, to be honest with you. When I'm coming, I ain't really never felt that before, so that'll be new to me. You know what I'm saying? That'll for surely be new to me, and just going through our practice, just rotating, doing the whole deal, just teaching me that I got to know my stuff. You know what I'm saying? May got it to me, may or may not know, but I know I got to know my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main reason why we got to rotate. We got to communicate. You know what I'm saying? From the D line to the linebackers to the DBs. You know what I'm saying? That's just a whole defense. Just got to communicate, just big time, man. And mainly, our coach just tells us to have fun. Like, I don't care if you're wrong, I don't care if you're right. You better fly to that ball. You better have fun. You know what I'm saying? So that's really it.
Landon, we talked about Antonio coming in, but you've got a couple over there with Jeff Code and Morgan too. Talk about what those 2 guys have brought to an already strong position. You, Zach, you know, Jashad, Nico. So there's already a strong position. Talk about what those 2 have added to it.
I feel like both of those guys can really rush the passer. And I mean, we just brought in this new package today, and it has John and Tree on the end, and then me and Stu inside. And I feel like it's a really dirty package because it's just 4 ends that can eat getting after the quarterback. So, I mean, I feel like they bring a lot of leadership because they both got some age with them, and then they bring a lot of knowledge. Like sometimes I pick their brain and just ask certain questions on the game. And I mean, I've gotten really cool with those guys. I hang out with them every day. So, I mean, I'm really glad they joined us.
Hey, guys, thanks both of you. Thanks a lot.
Tom.
Hey, Antonio, you seem to be nodding your head in agreement when Landon was described as a problem. What did you see from him in the scrimmage Saturday?
Hey, I'm you know, cause he next to him. I'm behind it watching. You know what I'm saying? I get front row seats. You know, man, ooh, I ain't gonna talk much about it. I ain't gonna say much. I'm gonna just let y'all see it. But man,
He had a
mm-mm.
good, he had a good
What?
scrimmage. What was he doing?
Who you talking about? The D line?
Landon, what was he doing
Man, you
in the
just got to
scrimmage?
see. See, Coach T. Will, he got this thing, and he just do this, and then he said, "Hey, he done made his mind up." You know, I think I told Landon today, I'm like, bro, you've been practicing great. Like, you know, you've been practicing great, and man, as far as our D line as a whole, like, first I'm gonna talk about Landon. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Yeah, like, I'm gonna give my man his flowers. He a dog. Man. I ain't gonna lie to you, he a dog. Feel me? He a dog. So like he told you today, he moved into 3-tech. Ain't that changed? Ain't that changed? He that same dog. You know what I'm saying? As he is at end. And it's just great. He got like a different motor to him. You know what I'm saying? Coach T would say he made his mind up that, you know, he want to go to that next level. Now, I stand behind that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, John Morgan and Tree and all those guys, TC. I mean, our D line is just stacked. I can't wait to play behind those guys for the rest of it. I can't wait.
All right. Well, my last question was for Landon on about the depth of DN. I mean, how comfortable you guys feel what you'll go into next season with?
I like it a lot. I mean, I feel like we got enough guys to where if somebody gets banged up one game, we can just put the next in and there won't be a major fall off. So I think it'll allow for us just to, I mean, I feel like we'll be a lot like last season. I think we had 42 sacks last year, and I think it'll be a lot like that again. And I feel like that all starts with obviously Coach T. Will, but then Coach Adams as well. Coach Adams works us like crazy in Indy, and I feel like our pass rush is naturally getting better. And then our ends this year, I feel like we'll be able to stop the run a lot better too, and setting the edge really well.
All right, thanks, fellas. We'll get Andrew and Isaac in here next.
Hey guys, yeah, just for both of you, both coming in as transfers, how have things been? Is it kind of what you expected? Just Fayetteville, practice, coaches, the environment, all that stuff, just for both of you.
Me personally, I feel like, you know, coming in, I feel like it was gonna be challenging. Like my first day of lifts, I was like, I gotta do this for 3 months. I don't know, but I got used to it. You know, everybody brought me in as family. You know, Isaac, the receivers, the coaches, the defense. You know, Snacks. I was in Dallas. Me and him from Dallas, so you know, me and him know each other. I've been knowing him for a long time. Jadon Wilson. You know, we went to high school together. Like, so me coming here, I was more comfortable than I was, you know, if I had to go to another school or anything like that. But I'm very glad I came here.
I'd say it's a lot different than where I was at before, you know, up in Michigan. Here down in Fayetteville, it's a little different. But I mean, I feel like I've had so many people reach out to me and, you know, let me know that they're happy I'm here, and and even my teammates, especially, you know, welcoming me in, and the coaches, you know, everyone's just super welcoming. And you know, it's challenging, but, you know, we're all working for one goal. We want to go win some games. So that's where we're going to go do.
You guys both produced 1,000+ yard seasons last year, 1AA, Division II. Do you feel like you have something to prove here? And why do you think that you might have been overlooked when you were coming out of high school?
Well, me, I don't feel like I was overlooked. I feel like, you know, I just had to develop. I wasn't as fast coming out of high school. I really didn't play like varsity football until my senior year of high school. So, you know, I had to go through there. I had a lot of, you know, D2 offers. So I ended up going to Commerce. And, you know, from there, you know, I just worked. Like 4 years, three whole years, I really didn't really play. And that fourth year, which was last year, you know, I zoned in, locked in, and what happened.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of the same thing. I mean, I felt like I wasn't overlooked. I don't blame coaches for not recruiting me out of high school. I mean, I was a quarterback. Then I didn't have any film at receiver. Small school, we ran the wing tee. I played quarterback. I mean, I don't blame them for, you know, not seeing the receiver potential in me. But I knew that I had potential. I knew if I put the work in, I was going to be able to, you know, produce some numbers. And then obviously, you know, I balled out the last couple of years, and, you know, luckily, you know, the guys here, they noticed that I was a playmaker, and you know, that's what I'm here to do now.
Thanks, guys.
Tom.
Andrew, what's the biggest challenge for you been so far during spring ball?
The biggest challenge is just, you know, it's a big playbook. That's my main thing I'm trying to lock into, the playbook. I'm starting to really, you know, zone in on it. I've been at home every day for at least like 45 to an hour, looking at it every day, my playbook, going over it, going over the signals, going over, you know, what I'm supposed to do on this one besides the other one. So that's really the main thing is the playbook. And once I get the playbook down, I feel more comfortable. And yeah.
Okay. Isaac, for you, what are the different challenges from where you were to what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, like he said, the playbook, obviously it's a lot bigger than where it was before, a lot more room for creativity. I feel like, the playbook, we got an answer for everything. So, if you're going to have an answer for everything, that playbook's going to be pretty big. So, but also with that, I mean, just facing a lot of, press man, I wasn't used to facing a whole lot of that over at Hillsdale. So, learning technique, learning how to slow down the game a little bit so I can, beat the DBs off the line because, we got some good DBs here. So,
Andrew, before spring break, we saw a big collision between you and Broden in the end zone. And for a minute there, we were thinking, oh my gosh. But how are you doing basically?
I'm doing good. I told myself if it ain't broke, I'm not out. So I got up. This ain't the time for me to, be, to a rolled ankle, just tape it up and go back out there. And I was scared at first when it first happened because I don't know, it hurt. Like it hurt bad. Like that was that's one of my hurtest. That's not even a word, but that's how bad it hurt. So man, it was bad. But I got back up, fought through it and just rehab through the whole spring break, came back. I'm still rehabbing it now. It don't even hurt no more. I'm just making sure, everything is everything.
You guys with Jalen Wilson out, I mean, I guess there's some opportunity maybe in playing time. And what do you think of the unit as a whole, Isaac, just on what you're joining and what you guys are trying to do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to think of it like that. Like it's not an opportunity for us. I don't wish any bad on any of my teammates. I want them back as soon as possible. Broden and Wilson. So I ain't gonna say it like that. But I mean, overall, the room is crazy. Everyone, they like to talk about the height that we got, but I mean, we just got some dudes who know how to play some ball.
And the depth, Andrew, if you wouldn't mind speaking to like what kind of group you're joining.
You said again?
The group you're joining, maybe the depth that you guys can maybe help provide and stuff.
Oh yes, sir. I feel like with me and Isaac, Tyrone when he gets back, Jadon, we got Sam. It's the room, like Isaac said, the room is very it's crazy. There's a lot of guys that can play. Isaiah Centennia, I just heard he was fast, but I've been seeing routes. I've been like, he crazy.
Yeah,
he
Bryce
crazy.
Stevens too.
Yeah, Bryce going crazy.
Some nasty routes.
Bryce going crazy. Like it's not just height. Everybody saying on Twitter, oh, their height, they're tall. They might be the tallest. Nah, y'all, they sleeping on the guys inside because once they get going, it's gonna be scary.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Welcome to Fayetteville too.
Appreciate you,
Otis.
Last time I talked to you guys, saw you were recruits then. So how you like playing for Coach Guyton? How's he been? We talked about that during the recruiting, but talk about Coach Guyton and how what you're learning from him, maybe different from what you guys were learning before, even extensive stuff.
Well, yeah, because Guyton, he's like a friend of us. Like, we can go to him, talk to him about everything. Even if he see you going through something, he's not gonna let you just go through it. He gonna try to, help you get out of it. So he's like a father away from home, if you want to say it like that. He's very he's a competitive coach. He's gonna coach you hard. He's gonna make sure everything's good at home. Like he's not just a football. He's not just a football coach. He's a mentor, if you want to say it like that. He's a mentor to us. So I feel like it's been great. It's been great my time here so far with him.
I think you got anything to add, man?
Yeah, I'd piggyback off that. One thing I really like about him is, he's going to make us do things the right way. We're going to have fun when it's time to have fun, but when it's time to lock in, we're going to lock in. And, he's going to teach us a lot. And one thing that I really like is he played quarterback back in the day. So, he sees the field in a different way that, receivers sometimes don't see. So he sees the field that way and he can teach us, things about the defense that we may not even know or, we can learn.
I saw you two guys today with Isaiah Centennia out there running some first unit, How do you like that? And just, the different rotations, you feel pretty good about everything like that. Like with Isaac, you got Isaiah, you got the speed and then you guys got speed inside too. Pretty good combination out there working with KJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just building that connection with KJ, all the receivers, me going with the first team sometimes, going with the second team sometimes, Isaac going to first team, sometimes second team. You know, it's just helping us build that relationship, that camaraderie with not just, you know, the first group or the second group, but the offense as a whole, because you never know when you got to go in, you never know when you have to come out. Injuries happen, you know, things like that. So I feel like it's very good with the depth and things we have right now.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for both of you, I'm curious, you both went to smaller schools out of high school, probably not a similar recruiting process when you went in the portal. I'm just curious, what was that process like getting pursued by all the big schools, and what was it about Arkansas that sent y'all here? Maybe Isaac first and then Andrew.
Yeah, I can go. The recruiting process was crazy. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't really sure if I was going to hit the portal, but once I did, I was happy that I did. Obviously, it was kind of slow at first. I had some teams reach out, but I mean, eventually I blew up a little bit and I was getting a lot of offers and I was just extremely grateful. I wasn't necessarily expecting the amount of attention that I got, but ultimately in the end, it came down to somewhere where I knew like it was going to be like family in the receiver room and somewhere that I knew I would have the opportunity to come play. And obviously there was a great opportunity to come here. And then obviously, the coaches and everything, I felt great about, what we're going to do as an offense and how they were going to use the receivers. So, ultimately in the end, it was a hard decision, but I'm extremely happy with the decision I've made and, no looking back and only going forward.
Yeah, same, to piggyback off what Isaac said, I didn't know if I was going to hit the portal at first throughout the season, but once I hit the portal, it was crazy. The first day was crazy. I don't think I ate that day. I don't think I ate that day. It was crazy. I think I was up from like 8 to like 10 o'clock, answering phone calls and things like that. And with Arkansas, I talked to them the first day. They didn't offer me the first day. They called me on Thanksgiving. That's what really sold it. I'm like, they called me on Thanksgiving when they supposed to be at home with their family, cooking, eating, having good family time. They think about me. So I'm like, okay, this is where I want to, I like it like that. So I set my visit up right then and there. As soon as they called me on the phone, came up here, and I didn't want to go nowhere else. It was locked in from that point on. So I love it here, man. I love it here.
And also coming from a smaller school, whether it be in the workouts or practice so far in the spring, have y'all had like a welcome to the SEC moment where it was like, oh, wow, this is a whole nother level of football? Maybe Andrew first and then Isaac.
That first day of workouts. It was like, I never felt lightheaded during a workout and like lifting. We didn't even run. It was straight lift. And I was in there like feel like I was gonna pass out. I'm like, this gonna I need to go home and drink some water or something. Like, I have to get my hydration up or something. But it was crazy. It was crazy first day of workouts.
I'd say for me, it wasn't the workouts so much, more like the speed of everything. The SEC is a whole different level, especially the defense. Just the speed of everyone, even the linebackers. I feel like some of these linebackers are just as fast as I am. So it's crazy, learning the speed and then learning how to get off man, like I talked about earlier.
Scotty.
Yeah, for both of you guys, just what would y'all say, or what kind of strides do you feel like you guys have made through 10 practices so far?
Me personally, I feel like I said, learning the playbook. I'm starting to get comfortable, starting to feel my way through practice, starting to learn how the defense plays, how to get open, finding ways to get open, even if the play breaks down, things like that, you still find a way to get open. Zones, sitting in the holes, mans, keep rolling, running out, just things like that. Just, just football. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'd say the more practices we have, the more practices we have on our belt, it's less about thinking and more about, playing ball. Football is all about, just going out there and playing. If you're thinking too much, you ain't going to do it right and you're going to mess it up. So just going full speed and making sure, you got all the knowledge of the game.
And on the defensive side, what's y'all's take on Snacks, and what have y'all's matchups with him been like so far?
Snacks.
He loves to talk.
Bruh, Snacks.
He's a talker.
Snacks, man. I played 7-on-7. I played 7-on-7 with him, and when he was at Lancaster, I was at Bishop Dunn. So we used to have like 7-on-7 tournaments, and that was my first time I ever met Snacks. Like, and back then it was like I wasn't the receiver I am now, so he was really like just like sitting on everything. I'm like, bruh, like, what am I supposed to do? And this is why I didn't know, like, I didn't really know receiver play, like, as in depth I do now. But me and him battle. We battle every day. I go against him. We talk about it after practice, you know what I'm saying? Things he could do better, things I could do better, just to make each other better. Because at the end of the day, we're competing against each other, but at the end of the day, we're going to end up going against other teams. So, that just helped me and helps him, when we talk about things like that.
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. He's super physical and he loves to talk, but at the end of the day, he's gonna dap you up and let you know, if you ran a good route, he's gonna let you know. If you're being physical, he's gonna let you know.
Tom, wrap us up.
Andrew, I see you listed at 201 pounds. Is that a good weight for you? What do you want to be at when you go into the season?
I want to be like around 205. When I got here, I was like 192. So I gained about like eight pounds or something like that. So yeah, I want to be like around 205. Not too heavy because I still want to run.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's the SEC, so I got to put some type of weight on.
Isaac, 214 is what you're listed at. Is that a good weight for you?
Yeah, I'm sitting about 215, 216. And, that's the weight I came in. That's the weight I've maintained at. I feel like one of my biggest attributes is my physicality and my size. So I got to, keep the weight up and keep the muscle up in order to, be able to do that out in the field.
Quick question. Isaac, what do you think about coming in and having KJ as a quarterback throwing you the ball?
I love it, man. He's that dual threat. I knew about obviously, his running ability. I've seen the highlights and everything, but just catching the ball from him, I feel like that thing's always a tight spiral and he's going to put it in the right spot. So it's been great. And I feel like he's meshing with all the receivers really well so far.
Yeah. Andrew, did that play any kind of role in you knowing that KJ was going to be quarterbacking here?
Oh, absolutely. Once I see he can throw the ball, he can run the ball. If anything is in trouble, he gonna tuck it and run and then move out his way, please.
All right. Hey, thanks, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.